In this video, we are going to learn how to solve the simultaneous linear differential equation. Now, what do you mean by simultaneous linear differential equation? Suppose we have the system of differential equation that involves two or more dependent variables, then it is called as a simultaneous differential equation. For example, we are getting this type of a differential equation. Here, we need to find the derivative of x with respect to t, that is equal to ax plus by, and the derivative of y with respect to t is equal to cx plus dy. Basically, we need to find the values of dependent variable x and y with respect to the independent variable t that is going to satisfy both the differential equation at the same time. So such type of a form is called as the simultaneous differential equation. Now what is the idea behind this and how we need to solve it? The idea is very simple. It is based on the elimination method. Suppose we have the system of equation of this form. How we can solve them? In the elementary classes, we are finding the value of x by eliminating by. So how we are eliminating y? Simply we are multiplying the first equation with the d and the second equation with the b, and then we are subtracting them. Accordingly, we are getting the values of x. And then we are doing back substitution in one of the equation to get the value of y. The same procedure is here, but very first step is whenever we are getting a derivative with respect to t or any derivative, we need to write is equal to d. That means we need to write the given equations in the operator form. After that, eliminate one variable and solve the resultant differential equation. Because when you eliminate one variable, we don't know whether we are getting a direct value of the other variable. May it results with the differential equation. So if we have the differential equation, solve it, find the general solution of that differential equation, then substitute back into the one of the original equation to get the solution of the second variable. Let's apply this idea on the example. The first example is we need to solve this system of equation. Check it out. In this case, we are getting more than one variable as a dependent, that is x and y, and t is the independent variable. We need to solve this system. So very first step, we need to write its operator form. So here we have the derivative with respect to t. So we can say that let d by dt is equal to d. Replace this derivative with the d and this results the first equation in our operator form as 2 into d of x plus y is equal to 0. On the other hand, the second equation becomes x plus 2 times of dy is equal to 0. Now we are getting a two equation. Both are depending upon x and y variable. So from here, either eliminate x first or y so that we can get the value of one variable. Let's suppose this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Now let's eliminate the variable y. For that, what we need to do? We need to multiply the equation number 1 with 2d. So operate 2d on the equation 1 and this results 2 into d, that becomes 4 into d square, because when we multiply 2 into 2 that becomes 4, d into d is a d square, into x plus 2d into y. On the right hand side it is 0. Now subtract the second equation from here. So for that we need to first change the signs. And after subtraction, what this results? These two terms are same with the alternative sign, so they are get cancelled. From here we have 4d square into x minus x is equal to 0. Now this is the second order differential equation for dependent variable x with independent variable t. Let's solve this. So 4d square minus 1 into x is equal to 0. So we can take x outside and we are getting this type of a differential equation. And this is the homogeneous differential equation. The next step is we can write the auxiliary equation to calculate the solution of homogeneous differential equation. For that, replace d by m and xy1, put it is equal to 0. From here, the values of m is equal to plus minus 1 by 2. Now, two roots we have. One is 1 by 2, second is a minus 1 by 2, and both are the distinct. So, the solution in this case is equal to C1 e raised to power root into t, that is t by 2, plus C2 e raised to power second root, that is minus t by 2. Make sure the variable in this case it is t not x, because this is the differential equation in the variable x and t. Now once we have the value of x, now we can find the value of y from these two equations. Either use the first equation or the second. So here it's easy to use the equation number 1 to get the values of y. So the value of y according to the equation number 1 is equal to minus 2 times of dx. Now what is the d? D stands for the derivative with respect to t. So we need to take the derivative of this x term with respect to t. That is equal to minus 2 outside. Derivative of this term with respect to t is equal to c1 into 1 by 2 e raised to power t by 2 plus c2. Derivative of this term is minus 1 by 2 e raised to power minus t by 2. More simplify this, that is equal to minus c1 e raised to power t by 2. Negative negative is a positive. C2 and 2 is get cancelled with the 2. E raised to power minus t by 2. So this is the final value of y variable in terms of t. Combining them is the general solution of given system. Let's take one more example. The next problem is we need to solve these two differential equations simultaneously. We need to find the value of x and y in terms of the independent variable t. So here the differential equations are already given in form of operator. Simply we need to eliminate one variable, either eliminate x or y. In the previous question, we have eliminated y. Now let's eliminate x variable according to these two equations. So in this case, the coefficient of x is d plus 5, whereas here we have 2. We need a same coefficient. So for that, we can multiply the first equation by 2 and the second equation by d plus 5 operator. So multiplying equation 1 by 2 and operate d plus 5 operator on the equation 2. So this results, the first equation will be 2 times of this term minus 4 times of y is equal to 2t. Whereas the second equation becomes 2 times of d plus 5 into x plus d plus 1 into d plus 5 into y. On the right hand side, it is a 0. Now think the coefficient of x is same. Now subtract them. So it means we need to change these signs. After changing these signs, we are getting coefficient of x is same. Here it is a positive, here it is a negative. So subtract them, it results 0. And in this case, we have minus 4y minus of this term is equal to 2t minus 0. In the next step, take this negative sign on the right hand side, which results this differential equation. Then we can write the operator form. We can club the coefficient of y, which results this differential equation. Now this is the coefficient of y. We can further expand this. From here we get d square plus 5d plus d plus 5. That becomes 6 of the d. More simplify this, we have this differential equation. So it means it is a non-homogeneous differential equation of order 2. It means from here we need to calculate two parts. One is a complementary part and second is a particular integral to get the general solution. Now what to do in a complementary part? we need to write the auxiliary equation. How to write the auxiliary equation? Very first step, we take homogeneous differential equation. It means right hand side is 0 and d is replaced by m, y is replaced by 1. So this results this equation. From here, the auxiliary roots are -3 and -3. Once we have the auxiliary root, we can write its solution. Now, what is the complementary solution in this case? That is C1 e raised to power -3t plus C2 into t e raised to power -3t, because the roots are real and equal. The next step is calculate the particular integral. The particular integral is calculated with the help of this equation. We can write 1 upon d square plus 6 of d plus 9 into -2 times of t. This can be further written as 1 upon d plus 3 whole square into -2 times of t. So it is a polynomial case. So here we need to find the binomial expansion. Before that, we need to write 1 plus or 1 minus form. It means we need to take the constant term outside. So taking constant term outside from the denominator, it results 3 square, that is a 9. 1 plus d by 3 power 2 into t. Take this term into the numerator, that results -2 upon 9 into 1 plus d by 3 power -2 into t. Now we need to expand it. So here we are using the expansion, that is 1 plus a raised to power -2, that can be written as 1 minus, as we have plus, here it is minus, so we will get an alternative sign. As the power is 2, it means we are getting the coefficient as a natural number. The first natural number is a 1, second is a 2 into a, next is a 3 of a square, next is a -4 of a cube. So you can check it. I have mentioned the alternative sign and the coefficients are natural number, and every time power of a is increasing. Now you need to think till what terms of this series is required in this case. So we have the polynomial t. Its which derivative is 0? That is a second order derivative. It means if we are going to operate d square over it, that results 0. So here we have the linear power, that is d raised to power 1. This results from this term onwards, the series is getting 0. So we can write this expansion till d. So here -2 by 9 as it is. According to this expansion, 1 minus 2 into a, that a is d by 3. There is no need to take the next term because d square is the second order derivative of t and that is a 0. So we are taking only first two terms into t. This is equal to -2 by 9 t minus 2 by 3. Why this is 2 by 3? Because d of t is 1. So as we have the complementary solution and particular integral, the final solution yt is equal to complementary solution plus particular integral, that is -2 by 9 into t plus 4 by 27. Once we have the value of one variable, that is y, with the help of these two we can find the value of x. So it's better to use the equation 2 to find the value of x, and from equation 2 what we have, x is equal to -1 by 2 into d plus 1 into y, that is -1 by 2 d of y plus y. So we have y with us. We need to calculate the derivative of y and substitute here to get the value of x. Let's calculate that. The x of t is equal to -1 by 2 as it is. Derivative of this term. The derivative of first term is minus 3 into c1 e raised to power minus 3t. The derivative of second term. So both contains the function of t. So we need to apply the UV rule, that is the product rule. The derivative of t is 1. So we have c2 e raised to power minus 3t plus then c2 into t as it is. Derivative of this term is equal to minus 3 into e raised to power minus 3t. Derivative of the next term is minus 2 by 9 and the derivative of constant is 0. So this is the value of dy plus the value of y. The y value is this. More simplify this. This results minus 1 by 2 as it is. We can combine this term with this. That becomes minus 2 times of c1 e raised to power minus 3t. We cannot combine this with the second one because the constants are different. Here c1, it is a c2. The second term cannot combine with the any other one, so keep it as it is. The third term can combine with this and this results minus 2 times of c2 into t e raised to power minus 3t. This is the constant term. Again we have constant term here. So by combining them, this results minus 2 by 27. Whereas this term is as it is. So this is the final solution of xt. So these two are the solution of the given system of differential equation. So this is how we need to solve the system of linear differential equation. Now it's your turn to solve this following system of differential equation. Already it is given in an operator form. Very first step is either eliminate y1 or y2. Best to eliminate y2 because we just need to multiply the second equation with 3 and then subtract it from the first one. Accordingly, find the value of y1 first and later on substitute in the equation number 2 or in equation number 1 to find the value of y2. And if you learn something new from this video, don't keep this video with yourself. Do share with your friends. Till that, keep learning, keep practicing.